Hey, Dustin Tibbetts here, financial advisor with Jazz Wealth Managers, officially the 36th best advisor in all of the United States. How you doing today? Hope you're doing well. We're talking to the 30 and 40-year-olds today, and I'd argue, 45-ish, somewhere in there would probably work as well. There's a lot of things you can do right, and unfortunately, a lot of things you can do wrong, and we've got a lot of great videos to back this up. So I kind of want to go into some of the things that you can do without us, right? We hope you'll consider us at Jazz Wealth. You can open an account with us, and we'll start working with you and planning and everything. And right on our website, you can actually see like how the whole process goes. But if you want to do it yourself, right? Sometimes you need a little motivation, a little kick in the butt. So let's dive into some of the things. The first is the most obvious. Market volatility, right? You are in your 30s or your 40s. You are going to go through many wild, like, oh my God, I can't believe the president said that, or oh my God, we're going to war, or whatever it is. Hopefully no terrorist attacks or anything, but you've seen and been a part of some of this stuff, even if you were a child. And so market volatility is the worst thing for an individual investor because what do? You get emotional, right? I've been there. I know it's been a part of it. Now I've been told I'm dead inside, but I'm interested in the numbers. We actually did a video where we said, hey, if you miss the 10 best days in the market, the 20 best days, the 30 best days, and the 40 best days, did you know that if you missed the 40 best days in the market over the lifespan of the entire market, like you weren't even alive, I wasn't even alive. If you missed the 40 best days, you might as well have not even invested at all. Your returns are actually negative. And so one of the things that we like to point out is market volatility. Well, it ends up being a good thing for the younger crowd like you are because your dollars get to be bought at lower prices. Just like if me and you sold pencils for a living, right? If I could buy a pencil for $1 most of the time, but at some point it was worth 80 cents, would you be nervous about the price of pencils going to zero? No, right? You'd be excited to buy for 80 cents, right? Your average cost would be lower. So the market volatility is a big thing here. And one of the things you can do, or two things you can do, the first is just look away. Right? Don't watch TV. That's like the worst time. Put on, Netflix and chill or binge watch, whatever they call it. The kids call it these days. Do that. The second thing you could do is say, and this is a bit of a marketing pitch. Hey, Jazz, you take over, right? Don't let me do anything stupid. I'm paying you to make sure I don't do anything stupid. And fortunately for you guys, we'll physically fight you to stop you from doing something stupid. I actually had one client, it was a family friend of mine, where during the COVID drop, he's like, that's it. I want out. I think I need to get going. And I said, Steve, you're going to have to physically come over here and fight me to press the button. I'm not doing it. Because he was emotional, right? And I was sort of joking with him. Yeah, we didn't fight. But it was like, the concept of somebody pushing you along going, hey, I've seen this. I know how this is going to play out. And even better yet, what we did, we had cash on the sidelines during this little tariff tantrum thing. So we were able to buy cheaper with cash we already had. Okay, that adds up over time. You can't let this volatility stuff get to you. It just tear you apart. The other thing you can do is harder. I give you that, right? Things are more expensive these days. But when you get to the catch-up contribution amount or age, which is 50 years old, just keep in the back of your head, I should probably play catch-up. Now, you may not have to, right? Well, one of the things we do here is we'll work through a plan with you, whether it's a basic one or more detailed, whatever you need. And we'll go, hey, when you turn 50, we need to prepare for this. You're going to have to put some other amount in there, some additional amount. You can do up to $7,500 extra once you're age 50. I don't know how they came up with that, but it adjusts every couple of years. So the concept there is you're playing catch up. Now, do you need to? I guarantee you 9 out of 10 people watching this video have no idea exactly how much they need to save to hit their goal. And I swear I'm the only advisor and everybody else here that will say, only save what you need to. Let's just figure out the number and then go to Starbucks. I don't care. Do whatever it is you do with your money. It doesn't bother me. But if we know that number, okay, set it. Let's go. Right? Let's make it happen. So consider those catch-up contributions. It's a big deal, right? I'll show you a slide in a second here to show the difference. But the other part is whether it's us or anybody else, find somebody you trust. It doesn't have to be an actual advisor. It could be Uncle Steve down the road, right? He might have more experience than you. Let's work on getting that sort of more personalized advice for you. Again, I'll go back to how much should you save? If anybody actually knows your exact number, type it in there. And don't you go putting like, $250 a month because I'm going to go, well, how do we know it's not $249? How'd you know it's not 265? Like, well, how do you get that answer? So let me know if you actually know the number. Now, If you are not going to get help, right? Or you're very passive and you're like, I don't know, I just trust whatever's going to happen. Consider using a target date fund. They're not my favorite because by law, a 401k, 457, whatever it is that you happen to be in your workplace plan, they have to provide you funds that do better than the target date fund. And in some cases, this is a law they're fighting about right now. In some cases, it has to be cheaper than the target date fund. So target date funds are great. They'll simply adjust over time. It's based on your retirement age, blah, blah, blah. But always look and see, is there a chance I could do better? Without taking more risk, right? You can always take more risk. Well, you can almost always take more risk and get a better return. It's not a linear thing, right? It's a curve. So consider the target date fund. However, I'm going to call you lazy. And I'm going to suggest that, you probably should do a little bit more. Of course, we're happy to help and all of that, but find somebody. If it's not us, then find somebody. Of course, this is marketing. We hope you, jazzwell.com. Anyways, then we go into what's called managed accounts. And these aren't active accounts. Let me just say that. So a managed account is not an active account. And active gets a little bit of a bad rep. The rich people use them and they have different tax advantages. So they don't necessarily need like monster growth. They're looking for something in particular. But if you look at a managed account, the most important thing is it's going to take you out of the equation. You're putting somebody else in charge, hopefully that you trust and has a track record, right? But you're putting somebody else in charge going, okay, if you can make me more money and you can stop me from doing something stupid, that's worth it. Yeah, you take your 1% or whatever it is, right? Now, don't do that with a mutual fund because that, to me, is a bit of a ripoff. You're looking for someone to go, hey, the markets are really high right now. We're going to put a little cash off to the side because I know it doesn't hurt your plan. I know you can afford to do that because you're saving exactly what you need to save. Your plan is on track and you've told me everything that I need to know about your financial life. Yeah. Okay. Now we're talking about something there. So typically they say you're going to look for something like this as you get closer to retirement. I would agree with that. And the reason is because we no longer care about your investment growth as a priority. We want it, right? But we care about how your withdrawal strategy impacts your Social Security, the tax on your Social Security, Medicare, premiums, right? We start looking at different things like that. Like if you have a goal to leave some money to your kids or charity or whatever. Okay, how do we go about doing that in a way that makes the government get paid less, right? That's what we want. All right. The other thing is you guys are busy. In your 40s and 50s, you're in the prime of your life. You're growing. You have kids. The kids are going off to school, college, whatever it is. Well, yeah, college. They're growing up. There's activities. You're busy every weekend, right? So it becomes really difficult to go, retirement's only one part of my money, right? I should probably focus on everything, right? Like I want to pay off this house. I want to do right by my church, the things that you want to look at. So it's overwhelming, but try to take a look at your entire financial world there and solve for one thing at a time. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to be that you sit down and just conquer the world all in one shot. Solve for one singular thing at a time. One of the things we're working on, I probably shouldn't show you. Let me give you a little teaser here. So this is something we're working on where it's almost done, where we'll actually be able to track every single part of your life. So if you said, hey, Dustin, I would like to buy a classic car, I'd be able to come in here and on one screen go, you got no money, right? You're not saving correctly for retirement. We need to solve for that. Naturally, that's a bigger square in this case. You're being fairly efficient with the money that you have and the allocation of your dollars into various accounts, but you have no real liquidity. Your savings rate sucks and your taxes are too high. So we're working on the ability to, and we're almost done with this, to be able to say, we're not just going to focus on retirement. That's a big part of it, but we're going to focus on your whole life. And if we see weakness, we're going to start poking and making sure that you follow up with these things. So really, really cool there. And I probably shouldn't have shown you that yet. Charlie's going to kill me. But anyways, at the bare minimum of anything else, think of a financial plan as a business plan. There's no way you're going to go start that hot dog stand without writing down, I expect to buy them for this. I expect to work 8 hours a day, whatever it is, and I hope to turn a profit of X. Right? You're going to have something, even if it's really basic. A financial plan doesn't have to be spreadsheets and financial software and all that, although it can be. Some of us love our spreadsheets. But it just needs to dial you into a singular and clear focus of how you're going to grow your wealth or try to hit the plans that you're set out to plan there or set out to do. It also allows you to go, well, I had this plan and then I had another kid. Oh, how does that affect the plan? Do I want to prioritize that kid's college over an aggressive savings rate or an earlier retirement age? Life changes, right? And if we don't have something in place, right, like the page I showed you a second ago, where we start talking about, I don't think I pointed it out, but the page I showed you a second ago is, first of all, what's your purpose in life? Financially, what are you trying to achieve? Some people are charitably inclined. Some people want as much wealth to pass on to the next generation as possible. Okay, what is your financial purpose? The next step is we're going over to your goals. So we're going to say, well, what are the goals we're going to try to put in place to achieve your financial purpose in life? Then we're going to go to next steps. Okay, what are the next steps to achieve those goals to get to your financial purpose in life, right? So we're really kind of taking a whole new view on the financial planning world. We're going to be literally the first people to do this ever, and that's our focus. Make that your focus, maybe on a different level. You're like, I don't know, I'm not, I'm going to make a basic plan. Okay, make a basic plan. It's a lot better than what most people have. I could say that. We have thousands of clients all over the country. And sometimes it's like herding puppies in a room, right? It's like, wait. You're focused on this over here. We got a problem over here. We need to stop on this. So take a second to make a financial plan. That's a big one there. All right, to put it all into perspective here, market volatility, learn to love it. Don't be scared of it. And a lot of times that just has to do with the news articles that you read, the headlines you see, what you see on TV when they change the color to red and they have an emergency like show, so all the market's in chaos. Just skip it, right? It's meant for eyeballs. It's going to make you nervous. Catch-up contributions are big. I had to throw that one in there because it becomes a necessity for a lot of people that are, playing catch-up, to be honest there. Hope you'll consider professional help there. This is what we do. We have a long track record of doing it. And according to USA Today, we're ranked number 36 in the country. So we're happy to see that. That's page 1, by the way, baby. We're on page 1. Look at your financial purpose, right? And then simply just try to balance that out, right? If you need help, of course, go back to step 3 and give us a call. And then the financial plan, as you put it in place, we're going to go ahead and stick with it, realizing that life changes. So there's going to be the extra baby or the roof that needs to be repaired or whatever. We want to be the first advisor that goes, I want to hear about that. I want to hear if your water main broke outside and it's $4,000 and the city won't cover it, right? I want to know if that's something that comes up so we can address the entire plan. And that's what we're working on with something we call the DOE score, which I showed you just a little bit ago. Anyways, I hope you'll check us out at Jazz Wealth. I hope you learned something here. I know you're in that age range where you don't have a lot of time to be sitting around doing things. Maybe now's the time to start getting some help. And if you choose to get some help, right here, I wear the shirt every day. I have no other shirts. This is just what I wear.